Hare Krishna. Today we speak about the duties of wife. So, duties of wife means the wife has to be sweet in her speech. Bhagavad Gita chapter 17 verse 15 talks about that too. So, it's not just for the wife, it's for the husbands also. But the wives especially have to be sweet in speech because husbands cannot tolerate if the speech is not sweet. Chanakya Pandita says that. He says if the mother is not a devotee and if the wife does not speak sweetly, then such a husband can go and stay with the wild animals in the forest. What does that mean? If you go to the forest, wild animals will eat you up. Yeah, but if you stay in the house, in Chanakya Pandita is saying that's better. If that is better means staying with the wife who is not sweet in speech is more worse than living with the wild animals and becoming dead also. So, the wife has to really control her desire to express her emotions through speech, especially if the emotions are harsh. Okay, that's the one thing. That is, if we are having some affection, gratitude, we must speak, go on speaking. Because husbands like to become the hero of the wife. Husbands like to be the provider of the wife. So, if the wife explains, oh, you did this, I'm so happy, oh, you're looking so good, oh, how you thought of buying this, so nice of you, something like this. So, you're making him feel like a hero, you're making him feel like a provider. Yeah, these are the things they like to hear. But the opposite of this house is too small, I don't like this area. These things the husband will find it difficult if in case his pocket doesn't permit something bigger, then as a wife we have to learn to make the house look bigger by keeping things organized. Inside a cupboard we can have a small shelf to stuff so many things, So do something and make the house look empty, like a temple. Keep it neat, keep it clean. So if we can keep the house neat and clean and then tell the husband, what a big house, I really love this, it's so nice, then he will be thinking, I wish I could give her even more bigger house, I wish she had even more space. So the more we appreciate, the more they will want to do more for us. So if you really want something more, learn to appreciate what he has already given. And do that with a sincere heart. It should be very genuine. It should come from the heart, for which we have to start becoming grateful to our husband for every single thing. Because you see the plight of those who are not with their husbands, or for whom the husband is no more, or for those who have not got a husband, even though they are 40 years. Compared to them, the one who has a husband has actually a lot if we know to value each and everything we got. Don't we expect them to say that you cooked nicely? Don't we expect them to say you are looking so sweet, you are so sweet, you look so good? Don't we expect them to appreciate us? In the same manner, we have to appreciate them too. So this is about sweet speech. And another thing what we must avoid is talking about the in-laws, the negatives, If we are criticizing our in-laws, that can be like, piercing a knife into the heart of our husband. So we have to be very careful. I'm not saying that. Draupadi said that. When Krishna's wives came to meet Draupadi, they asked her, how is that all the 5 husbands of yours are fully under your control? See, our Krishna, he's only talking about the gopis in his sleep, So, if Krishna is calling out gopis' names, the wives were feeling that Krishna is not under our control. So, now what was the secret that Draupadi shared? She told, see the 2 things that you have to remember. I never criticize my in-laws, and I make sure that I follow the traditions what my mother-in-law has taught me. So whatever your mother-in-law, may be following as far as rituals, worship is concerned, if we can follow as a good daughter-in-law, then the husband will simply be impressed. This Draupadi's techniques means she never complained about her mother-in-law, and she never, disobeyed the mother-in-law's, way of life, the rituals, the puja, the worship, whatever the mother-in-law did, she also did. That's it. If we can be, not complaining, then the husbands will love it the most. So this is about what not to speak. Never complain about in-laws, never complain about the husband's friends, and glorify the husband for every single thing he does. Glorify him about his good looks. That's about speech and making him feel like a hero and making him feel like a provider. Next thing is about a man's, how to get into the man's heart is through his tummy. That is cook. Cook nicely. Learn to cook. If we do not know, let us learn to cook. And let us do it in a way that he likes it. I know of couples, whose husband likes South Indian and wife likes North Indian. Even in my case, it was like that. I would love North Indian, but my husband loves South Indian. So I learned to try to cook it in a best possible manner, like in South Indian temples, the prasad, the rasam and the sabji and the sambar, what they do. It's very nice actually. Anyone, even North Indians love it. So I try to improve my cooking so much that I do love South Indian food now. So if we can get or develop the same taste, whatever our husband is having, as far as food is concerned, that will be very nice. I don't mean that if he loves non-veg and if we are, initiated disciples of our guru. No, we should not break the rules. As far as cooking prasad is concerned, let us cook prasad in a way that husband loves it. And let us also, cook it in a way that we too can love it. For example, if you love pulao and husband is not so fond of pulao, but he loves beans a lot, put a lot of beans in it, then he will love the pulao also. So like that, if we can learn to cook in a way husband also loves it, or husband loves it mainly, that's the best thing. The next thing is that we have to keep the house clean, If we can keep the things in its places, then searching will become easy. If all our books are in place, all our things are in place, clothes in place, bed sheets in place, vessels in place, then we don't have to search for things. So we will save our time. House looks neat, house looks spacious, and the husband will become very peaceful. After his hectic office schedule, when he comes home, it becomes a home sweet home for him. When he sees a very clean house and a smiling wife. Yes, we have to smile. As far as possible, keep smiling. Prabhupada also said that, chant and be happy. It's not that if you chant, only you will be happy. Yes, if you chant nicely, attentively, you will be happy. But you have to chant and put an effort also to stay happy by following the principles of Bhagavad Gita. So if we can do that, then the husbands will be happy. Now, if we don't do that, if we put on a very long grumpy face, then the husband will feel that he is not the provider of our happiness. Even if we are sad because of our office or because of our neighbor, he wants somehow to keep us happy. And if he is not able to see us happy, he will become very sad. Husbands are generally very good at heart. That is how they are. They are very good at heart and they want to see us happy. Even though they may be criminal to the society, they want their wife and children to be happy, their mother and sisters to be happy. This is how men are. They are very protective. They love protecting their family members. Therefore, if we show that we are very happy in their company, under them, then they too will become happy. So these are the duties of a wife. Thank you very much.